Now, carrying a kukri concealed obviously is not that easy, and there probably aren't a lot of times where you carry it concealed. But one I have used is I'm going out on a hike in the woods and I want to practice with the kukri, especially I have the heavier Gurkha kukri from Cold Steel. And then I'll just put it on a little piece of paracord as a baldric. So I have it under here, stuffed inside my belt. I can get to the area I'm hiking, get out in the woods a little bit, take it out of my pack, put this on. And if I do meet somebody walking through the woods, I don't see them with this big, obvious honking kukri on, and if I have shoulder straps on a backpack, you really don't notice the small bulge from the handle. The draw on this, obviously let me cross draw. Use your left hand to tilt it forward. Draw. Now I would come, the Gurkhas who are obviously, out in the field as a soldier, you'll see them draw way up to the high position. A lot of times very common for them. Because I'm using this in the woods, I'm using it in different scenarios. I like to take that draw just to about shoulder height, and then pull back to either position 2 forward tip or position 2 on concealed. And the reason I don't come all the way up is I've been in the woods with branches going overhead and whatnot, and you try to draw this upward, hit a branch, can be discerning. If you're fighting in an environment like that where there's heavy tree branches around you, even if you don't hit on the way up, maybe there's a tree branch at head height or a little above that you're not noticing because of tunnel vision. With someone in front of you, so you would have hit and you wind up getting caught in there, and then you might get counterattacked. So I kind of like the idea of coming up no higher than shoulder height, and then drawing back, keeping everything in my field of vision, to either tip forward towards the guy, or if I'm just drawing and for a concealed position, you want to, because it's such a long blade, you can't just whip it out and put it back in. You probably won't stab yourself with this curved tip, but you never know. So I like to draw to a cut position about shoulder height, and even if I'm coming back to a concealed position, I'll draw it back in here. If you have time, you can draw, get it about horizontal, and then get your arm on it. That might be a little safer, but some positions to think about. And then if you are drawing in an active situation, bad things about to happen, then you can draw up to the full cut. Once it gets past about head level or eye level, you can flip up into the high guard. And again, the high guard on this, it's not like that lighter weight buoy where I have the blade back, and essentially a buoy, I'm doing this to give the time to get up to speed and using that pommel as an aiming point. It's almost like holding a spear to throw a spear. Because of the curvature of the kukri, I like, and the weight, especially with this one, this is the Cold Steel Gurkha Plus. I like to have it resting just above my hand. Most of the weight is centered there, and this is how you'll see the Gurkhas hold it a lot of times, is they have the weight up here. I like to have, just like the high guard on the Bowie knife, I like to have that blade above my head. So let's say from here I have to hit on a backhand. I can safely do that. If it's too low, I might pop the top of my head off if I have that resting on my shoulder like a boxer's guard, trying to do a backhand cut. It's a little too close to my head that way. If it's above your head, one, you're having gravity help you in your cuts. The other is, you're clear of your head. If you have to do, say, a horizontal backhand as the cut you need at the time, you're not going to go into your head. If your horizontal backhand coming right from here can get a little hairy. So I like to have that blade all the way up above my head. Different with swords though. Swords, longer swords, you kind of have a better understanding of where that point is. Dealing with a weapon this size, especially if you're not used to it, you're better off going to a default position that allows you more room to make mistakes. And that's my theory on how to use a kukri.